However, I believe we are ready here. We are about to go to Super Mario Odyssey Talkatu Present by cheesejayy. Take it away when you're ready.
Hello, I am cheesejayy. I am a trans Super Mario Odyssey speedrunner. I speedrun a lot of the longer categories typically, and I'm joined in commentary by Goom Evie.
Hello.
And today I am speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey Talkatu Present. This is a very fun category. This is the main objective of this category is to get, just like any percent, to get from the beginning of the game, so whenever I press start here, to the end of the game, which is leaving the final wire in the escape sequence at the end, just like any percent. But the twist is that we have a little bird friend along the way, and his name is Talkatu. And every time I talk to Talkatu, he will give me a moon name, and I have to go fetch that moon that he says, and I can get 3 moons at a time from him before coming back. So it makes me route the entire game on the fly, and every single run is completely different. But yeah, I am very excited to show this off. I believe the boxers won the bid war, if I'm correct, so I should be putting those on in Sand Kingdom. And I believe Dark and Darker got hit as well, so I'll showcase that at the end of the run.
Yes, let me refresh, make sure, but it does look like Boxers was the winning choice.
Okay, so I am going to be going on my way here in the first 3 kingdoms here to grab a handful of coins, because I do need 1,000 coins to buy the Boxers outfit, and this kingdom is already expensive as it is, so we're going to be grabbing a lot of coins here at the start. But I think I'm pretty much ready to start here, so I will give a countdown from 3, and we will start on go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so some of the movement tech we can just get out of the way right here at the very start. The fastest way of moving Mario in this game is just by rolling, by shaking the controller, or holding the crouch button, and then shaking the controller. So a lot of motion controls in this run, but after you put in like 2 days into this game, you kind of just forget they exist and you get used to them. You're gonna be seeing me spinning Mario a lot, and then ground pounding. That's just the fastest way of getting up to max speed.
Yeah, essentially, they're called spin pounds. You can ground pound and then press Y or X, and you start roll. You get like a boost at the start of your roll. But if you do, if you spin the control stick and then do it, it's very fast. Except it destroys your controllers, but it's worth it.
Yeah, don't ask me.
See that Jay's immediately going over here a little out of the way because there are coins back here. Only, I believe, on this first visit, which is very convenient for us.
Those turn into purples in post-game. And another thing I just did there, a little minor thing. You'll see I just went into first person there. I entered and exited first person just to speed up this bridge cutscene a little bit. Saves about 2 seconds.
Yeah, we may be at the mercy of RNG in this run, but we're still gonna optimize it as fast as possible.
And now for the main mechanic of this run, you'll see I am controlling a frog now. I captured him using Cappy, and we're going to be doing something called vectoring here, just jumping side to side to speed up the mid-air movement a little bit and get a little bit more distance on the jumps.
Yeah, for some reason when you move at diagonals in this game, you get, I believe, more speed and more distance. It's just all around better to do. So you're going to be seeing that pretty much constantly everywhere.
I missed a coin. I missed a little bit of coins, I just realized. But we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. This is Topper, and he's dead. He's kind of a joke boss. You just knock off his hats and then kill him. I can do a little fancy spin throw there with Cappy to knock off his hats really quick there in the final phase.
I love how wild looking that is, just in general, but to us it's completely normal.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy strat. I definitely did not. I did not add that in until semi-recently.
So Cascade's the first time that you're gonna see a lot of difference, where the game is actually going to open up, and immediately after getting the first moon, I believe you're going to try DSS.
Yeah, Dino Skip. This is arguably one of the hardest tricks in the game. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 tries here. If I don't get it, I have a backup in mind, so that's not the end of the world.
Yeah, so this trick is it's a very precise jump, onto a ledge that you're really not supposed to land on, and it is especially useful in... It's especially useful in getting the boxers, getting all of those coins.
There is a Luigi hand up there. If I ground pound in a specific spot at the top of this cliff here, I'll get, I think it's 250 coins just for not ground pounding the Luigi hand location. They were just
200, but
oh, is it? Yeah, okay. But yeah, it was just something Nintendo put on Twitter to kind of bring hype for the game a little while back. I can give it like 1 or 2 more tries. Don't break it.
Please, Chain Chomp. We need it.
Okay, 1 more try. I'll get 1 more try.
Yeah, you can see that little rock there, and it's technically a ledge that you can land on, but it's really, really, really hard.
There we go.
There it is. It's really cool.
And there we go. There's the Luigi hand art. Let's hope we get more of those. Oh, and that's a bonk.
Yeah, there are tons of those little Luigis that we're going to say hi to because Pixel Luigi has become a tradition across Mario for some reason.
And this is Madame Brood. Not really a too hard of a boss. I'm just going to be sandwiching this chain chomp between Mario and Cappy to knock up his hat with Mario and then capture it with Cappy. That almost didn't work.
Yeah, normally you have to go a much further distance in order to be able to throw this chain chomp back. But by doing that just carefully, we can do this much quicker.
Yeah, not too hard of a boss. If you're a beginner, that's a very easy boss to win the fast trap for.
And after this cutscene, we're going to have our first encounter with the bird. So at this point now, all of our routing is pretty much entirely RNG dependent. Whatever moon the bird gives, we have to go get.
I can either, in this game, just to show you how RNG this is, I can either get above a high cliff and pretty much tie my regular any % gold, or I can get one of the sub areas and lose like 2 minutes to my any % gold. So very RNG dependent.
So let's hope we get something nice.
I'll grab this coin stack real quick if I can. There we go.
Yeah, that would probably be helpful.
Okay. And that's one of the sub areas I didn't want. And that's something I really wanted. Okay, cool. I can show off the birds being nicer out the gate here. I can show off what is known as chest clip. I want to be getting on top of this chest here, doing a backflip and a cap throw to clip Mario into the ceiling here. Oh, and I fell below. I believe the globe is right here. Oh, it's a little bit more this way, I think.
Come on, Cappy. Grab the globe. Thank you. Yeah. Thankfully, we did get a good one there.
What I was trying to do was I was trying to backflip and cap throw to clip Mario into the ceiling, and then I was trying to do a cap bounce to get back on top, but I got what is known as the value dive, where Mario just dives the direction I'm not holding and misses Cappy. Luckily, a very easy backup. And now that we are going into Sand Kingdom, I'm going to be able to get a lot of coins pretty quick here to buy the boxer shorts and put those on, since those won the bid war. And we should be wearing those for the majority of the run, unless I get some of the other outfit moons, but I could just switch right back into them.
It's worth it. This would probably be a good time to read a couple donations if we have any.
Yeah.
Just in between.
Let me go ahead. I just want to remind everyone, you are watching Power Up with Pride 2023 here on Twitch. We're running through tomorrow, June 25th for 24 hours each day, and we're benefiting the Trevor Project. You can find out more about them by typing !charity in chat. You can type !donate in chat, !schedule, or !in sentence.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be awesome. Someone's running DDR Mario mix, and I am sure you're not gonna want to miss that.
That will be amazing.
Okay,
Love
the
DDR Mario mix.
Cockatoo does not want us wearing the boxers, it seems like. So I'm gonna have to get
Too
this
bad.
outfit moon real quick, and then we can put on the boxers. Luckily, there's enough purples here just in the first town section for me to get all the purples I need.
I don't
need
think we ever explicitly mentioned in this, but Talkatoo gives 3 moons at a time. And that's where a lot of the strategy in this comes from. So you want to basically get a set of 3 moons and figure out the best way to link all of them together before going back. And sometimes, you know, that doesn't really work out that way. But generally speaking, that's going to be a lot of the routing decisions that you're going to see here. But of course, sometimes Talkatoo just gives you the outfit moon, and you're just kind of forced into it.
Yeah, I got arguably 3 of the worst moons right at the gate there.
Yay.
But after this moon, I should be able to start collecting a little bit more coins here to put on the boxer.
Yep.
Boxer shorts.
There's some more Luigi hint arts here, and that's going to carry us a lot of the way. After our, you know, quick jam session with Toasteranons, I think they're called.
I believe that is correct.
What were the other moons that you got? I did not see.
I got Bilbo Rim, Side Path, and then I got Invisible Maze.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's good news, though. Okay, I can get coins.
That is good news.
There is a coin stack in that sub area that I can grab, so that's really good news.
There's a big coin stack. Yeah, so fun fact, if you're ever playing this game and need 200 coins, there's a Luigi there.
And there's one more over here that I'm gonna grab. Kind of out of the way, but I do need the coins, so... Right in the center there, if I can grab it. There we go, right in the center of that shadow.
Yeah, I think those were added for the game's first anniversary in an update, and they're very convenient for us because we can just get them to farm coins very quickly. I think there's probably like well over 3,000 coins worth of them.
Yeah, spread throughout the entire game, and they're available at any state in the kingdom, so you can grab them as soon as you arrive if you really want.
Even during boss fights.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah.
So obviously, donations unlock the boxers, but if it wasn't for that, would you need the coins?
There's a couple of shopping moons throughout the game that I would need coins for, but not nearly as much as I'm going on my way for right now. I'd probably need like maybe 500 coins at most for the entire run.
Yeah, depending on what moons the bird gives you, there are some situations where you need lots and lots and lots of coins, but there are very, very few of them. So most of what we're doing here is just to meet said incentive.
Yeah, there's only one other moon in the game that's expensive, and that is, I'm blanking on the name already. Treasure made from coins in Wooded Kingdom, so I'm hoping I don't get that one.
We're really hoping we don't get that one. But of course, if we do get a really, really terrible moon from Talkatoo, we don't have to get it. We just have to get, so like if Talkatoo gives us one moon that's really, really bad, we can still keep going off of the other 2.
Yeah.
There's no real way to get like locked out unless the bird's really rude.
Or if you're playing on version 1.2, but we can get into that later if it comes up.
We don't worry about 1.2.
There's also one more coin stack in this last server I'm going to go to, so I'll be able to get 1,000 coins for the boxes after I leave that room. It's kind of unfortunate to get these moons early on because I do have to roll there with Mario, which is pretty slow because I don't have actually unlocked yet, or like any checkpoints.
But thankfully, if you get bad moons, you do get all the checkpoints around here. So sometimes getting this kind of thing can end up leading to big brain routing later on.
I'm gonna double check. Okay, yes, I path. If you get a wrong moon, it's not the end of the run either. You just have to collect another moon. It just doesn't count towards your total. And I should also mention that story moons, which are the moons that are just out in the open on pedestals, after you complete a story objective, those are kind of like the free space on a bingo card. You can grab those whenever.
Yeah, so for example, something that could happen here, let's say we get one of the moons that's in the inverted pyramid. It might become a good option to... Oh, wait, hold on. We need to stop explaining so that we can honor risque Mario wearing a sombrero.
Beautiful.
Truly beautiful.
All of your donations have led us to this.
There you go.
You earned this, chat. You did it. And we're so very proud of you.
Yep, that's for chat. I'm so glad that got met.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's just there, but that's okay. And that is at the top of the pyramid.
Speaking of at the top of the pyramid,
I can showcase a cool strat here, though. What I'm going to do here is called Dram Strat. It is a strat where you throw Cappy towards an enemy, go do something else, and then whenever you're done with that, whatever you're doing, you can shake the controller to home in, and that'll just teleport Mario onto the enemy. I'm not going to get it here. That's unfortunate. That platform was just right in my path.
we'll definitely get other chances to show that off, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. And now I get
I feel
to
like I may have jinxed this into existing by saying right before you got this moon that getting bad moons is useful because you get the checkpoints, and then you immediately needed to use the checkpoint.
Yeah. Oh, going into Cyberius twice definitely isn't fast, but that's kind of the name of the game in this category, unfortunately. Am I missing one? Oh, I have on the statue's tail, that's right. I can't grab that one yet because it's at the top of the pyramid, and I don't really want to go in there unless I get one other, at least.
Yeah, but otherwise it would... Actually, yeah, getting one more would probably be quite good.
That's not a bad man, that's a quick man. Oh, those two combo really well.
Oh, you love to see those two together. That's the kind of thing that you love to see, two moons right beside each other. Sometimes the bird really does have a heart.
It's landing, so it's this one. So I'm going to do a trick here called Jaxie Skip. This is arguably one of the easiest skips in the game. I'm just going to ram this bullet bill into this wall here, and then I'm going to wall jump up to here, and grab them in.
That skips the ice cave segment that we did earlier, right?
Yeah, it does. Oh, I don't have enough coins. There we go.
Now we do.
Did not realize.
Sorry,
Okay.
Jaxie, we're a little broke. These boxers are extremely expensive.
There we go. Let's just waiting for the rest of those coins. I did not realize I wasn't even at 30 coins yet. But yeah, that trick was discovered like week 1 in this game at Jaxie Skip.
It might have been earlier than week 1.
Okay, there we go. I can do the IP now, but I'm probably gonna re-roll one more time after this moon.
Because if you could get all 3, that would be really nice.
This is
Bird,
a
I believe in you.
really high RNG moon here. I like it will probably fail it. So it gets really easy.
So, despite being a slot machine, it always goes in the exact same order, and you can just spin throw there and always get it. I believe that works on all 3 slot moons as well.
Yeah, it's just the timing's a little bit tighter for some of the other ones. I'm gonna combo this with the IP. We'll go into the IP now. I'm gonna do a trick called IP clip here to get into the IP early, by the way. I can explain that a little bit once I get closer to it, but I gotta grab this spin right here first.
Yeah, so pretty much another thing that was very, very early on, there's a certain kind of clips that we can do in this game by doing a roll cancel. I believe it's on like a weird slope.
Yeah.
Is what causes it. For reference, a roll cancel is basically when we do a ground pound in order to start rolling, like we mentioned earlier, hitting pretty much X, Y, and A all in quick succession. And as you can see, we've all gotten really good at this clip, so we can just go straight through walls sometimes.
And I love that Cappy says you can't brute force that, and I just do it immediately.
It's
I know.
wonderful.
I was gonna point that out. That Cappy's like, you can't brute force it. It's like, nah, actually.
Yeah, that's
Crouch jump over that bullet bill there. I'm pretty sure that's extremely precise.
Yeah, I don't usually get that. It's only like a 2-second time save.
Yeah, it's almost poetic that Cappy is like, oh, you can't get through there. Oh, you can get through there. Oh, all right then.
But yeah, I'm gonna combo this with the Harriet boss fight up here as well, so I'll get 5 minutes from my visit here, making it a little bit more worthwhile. Because all these moons are pretty slow. They're really far out of the way, and they have a lot of cutscenes associated with them, so you really only want to come up here if you get at least 2 moons. Next minute up here.
Right this second, I entirely forgot that you're supposed to use a bullet bill to do that.
Yeah, make it look easy. Just jump across the gap. Gonna be putting Cappy on this tail here to spawn the moon. And then we can enter the Harriet boss fight.
So we're this brutal boss fight, you can speed up how each cycle by standing pretty much a specific distance away from Harriet. And also there's a bunch of free coins.
Indeed.
So we're trying to limit the amount of bounces that Harriet does. So you'll see there, just by standing at the back of the arena there is just enough to make her do her minimum of 2 bounces before we can attack her.
And dead, just like that. Super easy boss fight. Definitely one of the easier ones on the game.
Oh, definitely.
And then we're gonna need one more talking to moon before we head out of here and onto Lake.
Pretty convenient having this be almost the last thing, because now because we've done this part of the story, it's now going to become Night Metro, or so not Night Metro, Night Sand. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're suddenly going to end up in a big city. Don't ask how. No.
We'll see Night Metro later.
And there's a lot of I forget exactly what the name of the mummies are, but there's a lot of them around, and they're very easy to run into while rolling.
I believe it's Chinchos, but I could be mistaken on that. Speaking of one,
Exactly.
you need really good. Yeah, you need really good reaction time for that. I'm gonna reroll a couple more times just to see what I get. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, that's like the closest moon to talking to, so I will not complain about that. So we can grab this quickly and then head out. And Lake is a nice and quick kingdom. A lot quicker than it was in Sand here. It only takes us like 5 minutes for Lake, so...
Yeah, Lake is very, very fast in this category, especially considering we have the Rango boss fight, which is another brutal fight for a multi-moon that's very easy to access. It's pretty much on the way to getting to Talkatu the first time.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go right up to it, and you'll see why in a second here. I can explain once we get there.
In between, if there's any donations, this In Between Kingdoms is another good time for it.
All right. Well, I'll just remind everyone, of course, we are raising money for the Trevor Project. You can donate by typing !donate in chat. And we do have those incentives. We had a new incentive opened as well. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Well, I will find it later. But as a reminder, that Final Fantasy 4 Free Enterprise is going to be the next game with character name Bid War. So put your donations in towards that incentive or one of the other incentives to unlock other fun stuff.
Like I was talking about just a second ago here, I'm pretty much gonna go right up to the boss fight, and that's just so I could grab that checkpoint right next to it so I could warp to it at any time. And
Yeah,
the reason,
right as we're 3 moons away, we can just immediately go there.
and the reason I choose Lake first is just because the hint art right there. Then there's also a coin stack right behind Talkatoo. So I want to make sure I have enough coins by Wooded if I can. Oh, okay. We're gonna show off this
Both sub-area moons, both sub-area moons in the same area. Because getting one sub-area moon isn't the greatest, but 2 of them here isn't that bad.
And I can show off a pretty fun clip too. I got Treasure of the Spiky Waterway.
Ooh.
So we'll get to that in a second here after the sub area. The
Yeah,
sub area is
normally
really...
Treasure in the Spiky Waterway isn't something you'd like to see, but thankfully, you can basically just go through any wall you want in this game as long as there's a corner.
And the sub area is fun. You get to skip like all of it just by doing some fancy movement here.
This is a very good sub-area.
And just like that, we skip like the entire sub area.
See, isn't that cool? It's cool. You know it is.
That is very cool.
And then, good thing I grabbed that courtyard checkpoint. That's why I grab it, because we're going to warp to it right here.
Yep. So what we're going to do here is called Lake Clip. And you might have seen this if you watched an any percent run of this game before, because it is very fast for this kingdom. And essentially we're going to line up with a seam in this corner. And then, oh, you almost grabbed that moon. I saw that.
No, I have to set my camera.
Oh, right, the camera. I forgot that matters.
This is a lot harder with a sombrero on, I just noticed. This is, I can't see.
Oh, do you normally line yourself up with that?
Yeah, Mario's hat's a lot bigger with this sombrero on. Okay, that might be good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And now this whole minute-long endeavor moon is all ours.
Yeah, nice and quick. Even if it takes a couple of tries there to get Mario through the walls, definitely faster than going the intended way.
It's a very cool strat, and it's very useful in I think pretty much every category because it lets you get a moon that you normally have to return here in post game for.
We get to go say hi to Toad.
Walls merely a suggestion, exactly.
This moon is not one of the faster ones, but I don't mind it because it puts me right next to Talkatoo at the end of it, so I think it's a little. So I think it's worth the trade-off.
Yeah, probably. It's probably pretty similar to most moons that you'd have to warp for and then immediately warp back for.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to hit Toad there. Sorry.
Poor guy. Yeah, he just camps out in the strangest of locations. I don't even know how he gets down here half the time.
Well, I didn't need to talk to Talkatoo again, I just noticed, but I will anyway. That's a better man. So this isn't just a box I'm gonna have to go break, and then we could do the ring up boss fight. Got lucky that I didn't have to go all the way back to Courtyard again for the cheap moon.
Yeah, the bird gave some very good moons this time around.
Oh,
So far.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
a little bit of a camera pan there, making my movement a little bit harder, but it's okay.
You know, the game automatically moving the camera is absolutely our nemesis because that causes Mario to not land on Cappy when you're doing a dive. It sucks.
This boss fight's really easy. Backflip on his hat and then ground pound right through him to bop him on the head again. This guy's a complete joke in every single time we fight him, so complete pushover.
Not just walls that are a suggestion, it's rabbits.
On to Wooded now. hopefully there is one moon I can get in Metro that would lock me pretty hard out of a slot because I went like first, but hopefully that moon doesn't come up. That's why a lot of people tend to go wooded first in this category, but I just personally prefer lake for the coins. It's a trade-off either way.
Yeah, there are some of the Talkatoo can give the names for the hint art moons, which are so the way that you're supposed to get them is by looking at a hint art and then going to another, or going to like a picture on a wall and then going to another kingdom and ground pounding for it there, which is really inconvenient. So we hope we don't get it.
Yeah,
I think this is like only one of 2 scenarios where it can pop up, and it's pretty unlikely here, so we don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah, it can happen in any of the kingdoms, really. And more times than not, it just locks you out of the slot, unless you want to go get it, but that's like over a 2-minute time loss.
So the big thing with wooded in this category is there are a lot of moons in an area called the Deep Woods. If you fall off the side of the map in most of Wooded Kingdom, you're gonna end up there. And those are not always the greatest. A lot of them are pretty long, so we hope not to see those unless we get a bunch of them at once, in which you can actually combo them pretty well together.
Yeah, I'm gonna be grabbing some purples just because we get another outfit moon as well. Those are just right on my path. And then this checkpoint's right by Talkatoo, so I'm gonna grab it.
Unfortunately, there isn't a super quick path to him. That's the closest we can do.
Of course.
Wow!
Okay, that's great news.
Yeah, so that is...
I was wondering about what happens if you get one of the nuts.
You mean like one of these?
One of the ones where you have to bury or put in the pots.
So for the seed moons, we don't have to worry about those at all, because all that we have to do is go into the Switch settings, change the time forward an hour, and they grow instantly. So those are no issue.
I think I already forgot. No, it's coming. Okay, sorry. So I want to warp back to the Odyssey for that one.
So yeah, this is a pretty sprawling kingdom. It can be pretty difficult to route this one.
Yeah. Unless you get like really good luck, it's kind of awkward. I'm probably gonna end up having to do Spirit at some point earlier than I would like to. We'll just have to see how the RNG goes.
Yeah, there's another story moon and multi moon that we can do here. That's relatively quick, depending on the moons we get. It's could be a good option. So we'll see what happens.
That goal movement to get up here a little bit quicker.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not great at the faster airport movement, so I just tend to do that if I can. And luckily this moon puts us right back to Talkatoo, so I can just roll off down here and get right to him. That's not great either. Did I mess up a moon?
Yeah,
oh, I have what did art, that's right, okay.
Oh, right. Back way up the mountain is the one that you're supposed to have already done the other bit of the story for, right?
Yeah, it's the 2D section.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Talkatoo's a little weird and in this kingdom, and sometimes tells you to get moons that you're really not supposed to be able to get yet. But I believe when all of them that he tells you to get, because we are speedrunners and we cheat at video games, all of them are accessible.
Yeah, I think as long as they are like physically available in the kingdom, he can give them to you.
That would make sense, yeah.
And cool trick there, flat road skip just saves me about 2 seconds. And then I'm going to do another trick here called tower skip, so I don't have to go inside the tower here. Just to get up to Spirit a little bit faster.
Just some good old-fashioned, nice, precise jumps. You love to see it.
Yeah. And like all the other bunnies, this guy's a little bit pretty much a pushover. Just gotta pop his head here, hat here in his roaming phase, and then I do a cap Captain on a backflip to knock his hat off and then pop his head. Oh. There we go. Easy peasy.
We've seen all of the bunnies at this point. That doesn't normally happen. And now enjoy this nice, long cutscene.
Yeah,
but it's worth 3 moons, so how much can we really complain?
There's a reason these story moons aren't in the regular any percent run anymore. These cutscenes are really long, and you can optimize movement and you cannot optimize cutscenes, but in this category, a lot of the times we have to go out of their way for the story elements. I think I'm gonna do back way up the mountain. I have to do one of them, so yeah, I have to do back way up the mountain. I think that's my fastest one.
Yeah. And then hope for another Deep Woods moon afterwards. There are a couple more moons now that are available because we've done that bit of the story. Also,
just gonna land on an invisible spot on the wall there to get up here a little bit quicker.
Yeah, kind of like DSS you saw at the start, there's another ledge that you can land on there. It's much easier to land on that ledge.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit cool here too, because it's gonna net me another moon and a checkpoint, and we're in kind of dire straits here for this kingdom. I'm gonna grab this story moon here, and then I'm gonna enter the 2D section, and if I do it right, it should spawn while I'm in the 2D section.
Oh, this is not something I've seen before. Oh, does this skip like the cutscene?
No, it just spawns up there while I'm in the 2D section.
Oh.
It cuts out a little bit of movement. I can do the movement in 2D and get the moon rather than having to go there and then come back. Yeah, it just looks kind of cool.
It does look cool. I agree.
And then I want to go up here and grab the story moon.
So yeah, the bird has not been the nicest this time around, but I think we're still doing pretty well with the hand that we're given.
Yeah, it could be worse. This is not the greatest luck for this kingdom, that's for sure, though.
Thankfully, because story moons exist, even if you get terrible luck, you can still work around it pretty well. There's a lot of story moons in these kingdoms that you can acquire.
Yeah, I am going to grab this checkpoint. I don't want to have to do this spot, but if I don't have to, it is very slow. So let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Might be just a convenient one to have if you get another moon up in that area.
Yeah, that's why I was grabbing it.
That's the only reason I'd want to warp there. That's a fun one, and a convenient one.
Yeah, it's right next to top of you, so it's pretty easy and quick.
This sub area has some very cool movement. It's all cycle based, so it's just going as fast as possible.
I'm on a bad cycle there. That's fine.
Very close.
Yeah, I typically don't have to exit like that in that sub area, but since I have to get back to talk to, that's definitely one of the easiest ways.
Yeah.
Okay, we go Deep Woods now, and I have
Treasure Trap, I think.
Treasure Trap and okay, yeah. Those two are easy.
So this is the Deep Woods area, and wow, that is very convenient placement for that tree.
Yep. Spawn right next to the and I might be able to grab it real quick. And then Treasure Trap is like right in front of me right here.
That's about some of the best Deep Woods moons you could get.
Also, hi T-Rex.
Everyone say hi to the giant dinosaur.
T-Rex.
And then I am gonna grab a nut here and plant it in a specific pot so I get put right next to Talkatoo again. Very convenient that they put a planter right next to Talkatoo.
Very convenient for us. It's almost like they knew.
I believe it is up this. Hold it lost. It's this way. Okay. There it is.
Yeah, this area is hard to navigate around because everything looks so similar.
Yeah, and the fog doesn't help. You need a really good mental map of this area.
But conveniently, we got easy to locate moons.
Oh, that almost worked. Okay, what is my last little bit of wood gonna look like?
Surprise bird, we're back.
Oh, that's really bad. Okay.
Yep. One of those was another Deep Woods moon, and it's a long one, so...
Yeah, not a fun one. Now
the other one's very quick.
Yeah, now because I killed Spirit, though, the game doesn't expect me to still be over in this area, so all the checkpoints in this area have despawned. So it's gonna be a lot of just movement and climbing to get back to all the moons in this side of the kingdom.
Yeah, I believe all of the checkpoints in this area quite literally have just rocks placed over the top of them, so you can't warp here.
Oh no.
But it is a downside to doing the story at this part, but it is nothing that we cannot work with.
Yeah, unfortunately, story is still one of the fastest options. Okay, I'll do elevator escalation. Yeah, I want to work to this one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got the longer of the 2 minutes in the sub area as well.
Yeah, this sub area has one moon that you can access pretty much immediately. But otherwise...
Fun little skip I learned here, by the way. If you just go on this side, you could shoot those guys and avoid damage.
Also, we don't need the Sherm for the rest of it. We can just walk the rest of the way.
I'm gonna need this one, though.
Well, the first one is lonely now.
Sucks I'm stuck at one at a time here, but it's okay. We're almost done.
Sure, I can give another quick explanation of Talk-a-2%. So, pretty much what this category is this bird can give us 3 moon names at a time, and whatever 3 moon names it's given us are the only moons that we can get. So it's kind of like a built-in moon randomizer.
Exception of story moons, right?
Yeah,
With the exception of story moons, those we can get at any time.
Yeah, those are like the free space on a bingo card. I was gonna throw. Oh, I missed. I'm just trying to throw this rock into this T-Rex's head just so he breaks it. I can't get the angle quite right though, but that's okay. He'll just run after me. Can you please break the rock? I would appreciate that, T-Rex. There we go, straight. How did that just go through him?
It definitely went straight through the T-Rex.
What is going on?
I feel like it may be just as efficient to just
yeah, I'm just gonna
bonk the rock a couple times.
I'm just gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Oops.
Nice. I didn't realize that was gonna kill me. I was not thinking that all the way through.
To be fair, the rock also did phase directly through the T-Rex, and I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen, so... I don't blame you for that one.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Not to lure the T-Rex away a little bit. He's right inside the moon. There we go. This is why Deep Woods is a pain in this category. Because that is definitely the fastest way for that singular moon. Capturing him would not be efficient. Also, he just killed himself.
Yeah, in order to capture the T-Rex, you have to hit them with a nut to stun them, or I think run them into a tree. But that's very difficult.
Yeah. I actually did it by accident there if you're paying attention. The T-Rex knocked himself out there.
Huh.
The little cheat for this moon here, Mario looks at the right pipe, so I can just get it done semi-quickly. Still not an ideal moon, though. Is he looking at the top one here?
I think the middle one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, this is a very interesting moon, and it's one that I did not figure out the first time I was playing this game, and just guessed over and over again.
Is he looking right here?
Yep.
There we go. Okay, one more moon from Talkatoo, and then we can get out of here.
Unfortunately, not the greatest luck. But that's sometimes that's just how the bird squawks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
At least we can climb this much faster now.
Yep.
All right, bird, give us something fun. Give us the bunny moon.
And that's a good moon. I will take that.
That works too. I won't complain. This actually is one of the moons that I believe only spawns after completing that bit of the story.
Yeah, after
So that worked out for us in the end.
And that puts us right next to the Odyssey as well. So I can jump over that railing and then just globe.
Yeah, generally speaking, we want to avoid warping as much as possible if we're close by, because it's a little slow.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough one, Ed. Hopefully some of the future kingdoms go well. Luckily, these next two kingdoms are really quick. Lost is an easy kingdom, make a lot work, but there's really only like 2 or 3 summons in the entire kingdom.
Yeah, Lost is a really fun kingdom in this category. Should be very cool. Pretty much everything can be comboed together.
Yeah.
But first we have to visit the sky. You know, sometimes that just happens.
Let me get to beat up Bowser here. You can explain this right if you want, Evie.
Sure, so first things first, we're going to immediately roll up to Bowser and time a cap throw to steal this hat from him before he throws it. Then we're gonna make sure to launch him so he doesn't land on the same one, the same little circle that he's already on. That makes him jump shorter. That little jump there would be much longer otherwise. Then we backflip and do another cap throw there to get the hat immediately on our head. And normally he would throw it out, and then he'd jump around a bunch after we've put it on our head. And then on this one, just because of the extra hats, we're going to take some intentional damage to make sure we don't get hit at a more critical time, and do the same thing again. Very quick we can do these boss fights, and it's super satisfying.
Yeah, that boss fight's not too bad.
And now we get to go to Lost Kingdom, now that Bowser stopped interrupting us.
Yeah, this kingdom is really satisfying. Hopefully we can get a lot of the quick moons here and I can string them together.
So in Lost Kingdom, there's a little bird called Klepto who steals Cappy if we go into that range. And so in order to avoid that area that Klepto is watching, we're going to do this jump to get out of the way.
And I gotta make sure I stay out of Klepto's trigger for most of the kingdom, unless I want to trigger him, but every time I warp him, I have to re-trigger him, so...
Mm-hmm. It might just be worth it to just kill him, so you don't have to worry about it.
I have a public secret, that's right. It typically isn't a huge deal. Let's see.
Yeah, it just depends on what moons you get.
I want to re-roll here, because I want to get a checkpoint, if I can. Okay, that's a good min. That's
That's
really
a good
quick.
one to get.
That's just right here.
Because it's right there.
Yeah, and then I can re-roll again.
Oh, hi, Cat Mario. What are you doing there?
Oh, come on. Didn't mean to hit you. I'm just getting all the 90% mins, I guess.
Yeah, on the mountain road that we just got was the first moon in the any percent route. This is the second.
And I got Propeller Secret as well. That's another one.
Pikachu just loves the any percent route.
He's just trying to make up for the last bad kingdom.
And we appreciate him for it.
I'm gonna trigger this torpedo here to break this cage. Did I do that right? Yeah, that should looks good. And then I have to get this other cage right here. And luckily these 2 moons combo really nice with getting back to Talkatu. Oh, let's not die. That would be great.
Ooh. Let's not ground pound it directly into the poison. That would not be fun.
Yeah, that was an input drop there. This game's infamous for those. Oh, and
Oops.
sure.
And you can see that we've been here for how long, and we've already got half the moons that we need here. This is a very fast kingdom.
Okay, chopping's good because it gets me a checkpoint next to Talkatu. Right at the top of this mountain here.
Yeah, this is pretty much the closest checkpoint you can get. Because he's right there to fall down to. Hi, Toad.
This is one of the shopping rooms I was talking about earlier. 100 coins each.
Yeah, I think from this point onwards, that's basically the only reason we have to be collecting coins.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another coin-based moon. Which is very convenient.
Okay, I got both of them. That's good. Makes that section a little bit more worthwhile. I don't think I should trigger Klepto with this.
I don't think this does.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That was a very nice jump.
Oh, let's not backflip to my death. That'd be great. Well, this movement is not easy.
Yeah, this area is a little awkward with these moving platforms.
There we go. And then just one more visit to Talkatu, and then we're done here.
Oh yeah, it would just be. Man, this kingdom flew.
Oh,
I know I said it was fast, but wow.
That's a good one. Can I get something else fast? That works. Gotta trigger Klepto one more time here. And then it's gotta activate this guy. Ah, I triggered him too early there. Not a big deal. And then I'm gonna try to grab this under the bridge moon without dying here. We'll see if I can get it. Yeah, that looks good.
It's good.
Nice.
And then we can get right to the Odyssey here.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring one of the wigglers all the way there, and ain't nobody got time for that.
That was a really good loss.
And surviving underneath that moon is a little harder than it looks. You've gotta time out your cap throws and dives just right to make sure that you're still gonna have one underneath. Like Cappy's going to be at you to dive. It's very easy to mess that up.
Yeah,
Don't grab the 2 moons on the way.
Yeah,
I'll be the one to remind you.
This Night Metro Kingdom is infamous for invalidating Talkatu runs, because I'm going to be walking past 2 moons here that are directly in my path that I usually grab in literally any other speedrun I would do of this game. And if you don't back them up with an extra moon, then that invalidates the run.
Yeah, so this is Night Metro for real this time. I promise for real this time. And Talkatu isn't here mainly because, well, one, it's raining a lot, and I'm sure he isn't a fan of that. But also, there's like maybe at most 5 moons that we can acquire while the kingdom is in this state. So we've basically just got to run as fast as we can to the boss, beat it, and then we can start making progress. Though it does mean that one of the largest kingdoms in the game, we get some free moons in, so...
Yeah, I'm going to be grabbing a couple checkpoints on the way here, just so I can warp to them later.
Well, while we're running up, can I just give a reminder?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, of course, we are here benefiting the Trevor Project, but more than that, Power Up with Pride has partnered with the Yeti to bring you shirts based on various runs throughout the event. I don't know if you've seen them, but there's one based on the Burger King games. There's a Kirby hype train. They're amazing shirts. And those designs will only be around as long as the marathon is, so make sure you pick them up now. $5 from each shirt sale goes directly to the Trevor Project. You can visit theyeti.com to check them out, or type !Yeti in chat to get that direct link.
Do check out their stuff. It's really awesome.
And this is the Mecha Wiggler boss right here. Just gotta use some shots with this tank to knock him out. Hopefully only gonna take 2 cycles to kill him. That was the first cycle right there. And I'm placing the tank in some specific spots just to cut down on his running time here in this running phase.
Pretty much just hiding in the corner to make sure that the Mech Wiggler is running a very small amount.
And this is another RNG element to this run. The pattern I can get on for this phase on this wall here is random. I believe there's like 22 different patterns.
There's a lot. Some are much better than others. This is a solid one.
Yeah, I missed a shot though.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh, maybe not if I get hitboxed. Okay.
Ah, this
Yeah.
boss has weird hitboxes, and sometimes it looks like you're gonna hit the right one, and the Mecha Wiggler just says, "How about no?"
Yeah, that was tough. I definitely hit that. The hitboxes are not great. So sometimes if you're not dead on, it doesn't give it to you. Okay, not a huge deal.
Bye-bye, buddy. All right, now that he's gone, I can say that I hate him, and he won't be mad at me for it.
And now that we're gonna be going into Day Metro here, we can finally talk to Talkatoo again and get some ins.
Yeah, Metro is a very big kingdom with a lot of moons. And my least favorite part of this kingdom in this category is that there are a lot of moons that sound like each other.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote the moon names for these, sometimes they wrote 2 that were basically the same, and it's hard to tell which one is which without just a lot of good memorization.
I think I have everything memorized though based off my last 2 weeks of prep, so we'll see. The seeds are annoying in this kingdom, and some of the sub areas are a little bit annoying, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm sure with our collective knowledge, we can remember which one the building seed is.
Okay, those work pretty well.
Yep, those are pretty good. You can see immediately coming in useful some of those checkpoints we grabbed on the way there.
What? Okay.
Oops.
I dove over it. I did those out really fast too. Can I not fall? Please grab them in. Thank you.
You can not fall. Well done.
And then I want to go this way. This one's just a ground pound man. I just know the spot. It's right here. There it is. There's a rumble in the controller there for you to find it. Oh. Can't be using some of these pylons a lot to get around pretty quick.
Yeah, those you can shake while capturing those to launch yourself up, get a ton of momentum. Despite the size of this kingdom, you can get around it very fast.
And I'm heading back to right where I was from because I want to talk to Pauline rather to get some of the musicians because they're just free moons. They're pretty quick.
Yeah, these are also story moons, and talking to Pauline activates the 4 musicians around the place, and they are very, very fast. Also, if you're really strategic, they always warp you back to inside here.
Yeah, so you can route, if there's some moons nearby, you can route some of the Talkative moons in with them.
Mm-hmm. Because you can see, I believe it's either the guitarist or the bassist. I don't remember which one is right there.
Yeah. Jump escape, that's one of the confusing ones. Okay.
It is one of the confusing ones.
I know which one that is though, so very good.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one that doesn't involve the big jump at the end of the sub area. That's what we mean by confusing.
That's actually incorrect. That is the end man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn it! It's really confusing.
It's yeah. I forget the exact name of the other one, but I believe Escape is the end one.
That might be. We'll see.
And
Who's
I
your
got
bets? Who's right? The person who's been practicing this category for 2 months, or someone who hasn't played it in like 6? Or not 2 months, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Close enough.
okay. I'm gonna reroll just so I can see if I can get another minute in that area.
Can I read a couple donations in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We have $20 from Emma43 that says trans rights.
Indeed, trans rights.
Trans
And
rights.
then
Base.
Another $15 from Emma43 with no comment. Thank you so much. And those donations both going towards naming characters for the Final Fantasy IV free enterprise. We still are at, I think, 9 names out of the 12. So if we get to 13 or more, you know, the lowest amount donations will get kicked out. But otherwise, we still have extra names to name those characters. Go ahead, ! Donate in chat to, you know, help contribute and also go towards a great cause.
Now this is an outfit man I'm gonna do here, but I'm just gonna roll through the wall here and skip the outfit because I want to keep Mario in the boxers. There we go.
Yeah, this is the one time where, like, an outfit room moon isn't the worst thing you've ever seen, because barrels beside walls means we can go straight through them.
Yeah, this one would be really slow if that clip didn't exist, but luckily it does, and it's not too bad.
It is truly amazing how much the walls are made of paper in this video game.
There we go.
I thought we already decided the walls didn't exist.
Oh,
something like
is that
that.
what we decided on? I can get with that as well. Walls are merely a suggestion.
Okay. Back to Talkatu here. Because I don't really want to go through that sub area unless I get the other man. It's pretty slow. Okay, that's a fun one.
Ooh.
It's really slow, but it's a fun one, so I'm okay with it. And I'm gonna have to grab the other musicians here, but that's okay. They give me mins.
Yeah. Sewer Treasure requires a bit more story progression. It requires us to get all 4 musicians. But it's fun. And it's cool.
Yeah. It's gonna let me show off a cool clip here.
I was hoping you would say that.
Let's see if I can get it. It's definitely one of the harder out-of-bounds clips in this game.
Yeah, it's similar in concept to the clip into the inverted pyramid that you saw earlier, but much more difficult. Why? I have no clue.
What's my other man? Okay, I can make that work. Yeah.
It's actually a really good one to have in this situation as well.
I'm gonna grab this sub area because I'm right in front of it.
Hi, T-Rex.
Yeah.
There's a lot of T-Rexes.
I bet there's actually a category for finding all the T-Rexes.
Is there really?
I don't know if it's on the leaderboards, but I know a couple of people ran it.
That's really fun, I like that.
I'm gonna pass right by that moon, and I'm gonna get this moon at the end here.
Oh no!
Oh, this is Motor Scooter Escape. Okay, you're right. I'll do the sub area again.
Yeah, remember when we said that it was confusingly named?
Dang.
It is. Because we just did a big jump, but it's not the one that's called Big Jump. The one that's the little jump is called Big Jump.
I see it.
Nintendo, please.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah, so we just have to remember to grab 20, or to have our moon count at 21 at the end before we leave.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not a huge deal. Let's do that Siberia one more time now.
Get ready, folks, because it's time to say hi again.
Hey, more dinosaur.
I should have listened. I should...
This one's fooled me many times.
This is the big jump that's in question. That's what I always forget. They're talking about the jump on the boxes.
Which is really silly.
Okay, let's see if I can get this clip now after I got this last Siberia man. All the way down here. Oh my god. Can I grab this checkpoint? There we go. Just in case. Dang it. And I have high over the crowd, so I'll try this. I'm not really good at this jump, but I'll give it a try. Yeah, no. Okay.
I've never seen that jump before, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's what it's called, reverse peoples. There's a little pull right up here I was trying to grab onto, but it's really precise, so.
Oh, that's what you grab onto. That's neat. I had no idea that was there. Well,
The way they
you could do.
The way they're doing any percent now is actually really cool. They don't even do that triple anymore. They do a spin pound and do a bounce off the people and get in a fight.
Oh, that's cool. And here's hopefully where we're going to go straight through the wall.
Yeah, I'll give it a handful of tries here. Okay, come on. I'll give it a couple more tries. Come on.
Commentator's curse.
No, this was
Hey,
just,
I did say this one was hard. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest clips in the game. The window for the roll cancel is not very big. I'll give it another like 4 or 5 more tries. Because I've been here for like 30 seconds now. 2. There we go.
There we go. Straight through the wall. Ignore all of the running into the wall. It doesn't matter.
And I have to go through this pipe here to get the moon Talkatoo gave us, because Talkatoo didn't give us that moon, he gave us this moon over here. I have not purchased this movement. Okay, it's just like this, okay. And then I'm going to go back for the story moon, and then we only need 1 more moon in this kingdom. Not a terrible metro.
Not pretty good. We got to show off sewer clip. That means it's a good metro. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you can just warp out of here without hitting that button, right?
Actually, I lied. I need 2 more. We need to get 1 extra. Good thing I remembered.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 more. Yeah, I don't need to hit that button. I can just warp out. It's like I did.
And so the festival never happened because we didn't ground pound.
Okay, that should work. This is kind of like a world chaos percent, I like to call it, because you just do part of the story and live the world of chaos. That's what the bird wants.
All of the problems are 33% solved.
And okay, I am struggling. Hold on. There we go.
Mario dived up against that pole for a very long time before grabbing it.
Yeah, that's kind of how they work. Mario doesn't like to grab onto them. Also, I'm not gonna get a bounce with that. There we go, okay.
Yeah, if Mario doesn't do that vaulting animation after bouncing off of Cappy, it counts as your midair cat bounce, and you will not be able to dive afterwards. Which is not great.
Okay, last moon here. Dizzying Heights. This one's nice and quick. I timed that a little bit wrong.
Yeah, the movement to get up here is really satisfying, but it's very hard to time.
There we go. Can I land right on the tip here? I can. Okay, good. Okay, on to snow now. This kingdom is arguably one of the most annoying ones for Talkatoo because there's only like 14 or 15 moons in play, and 3 of them are really, really slow. So I just gotta hope I get a little bit lucky here, and I am gonna be grabbing some purple coins before I enter into Shibuya here because there's a very high likelihood I get the outfit moon here, and I have to put on the outfit and do the sub area.
In between kingdoms, if there's any donations.
Just remind everyone what we're here for. We are obviously here for awesome gameplay, but also benefiting the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning youth. You can check them out at www.thetrevorproject.org to access their services, find out more about their impact, or to donate. You can also type !charity or !donate in chat.
Very good cause. I highly encourage you to donate for it.
Me too. And like I said, grabbing some purple coins before I enter into Shibuya here. Just gonna grab 3 sets real quick. There's a set over in the water here. Can't really see it because of the blizzard, but I just know it's there.
Yeah, because of the way that this kingdom is, before doing the story, which is really slow and we want to avoid, there's very few moons that Talkatoo can give us. So there's a very high likelihood that we're going to need to go into the outfit room no matter what. So we may as well just grab the purples in anticipation, because if we don't have to go in, it's not that much of a loss.
Yeah, I need 15 total to enter, and I got 11 so far. That's a good man, that's quick. Oh, all those are pretty nice. All those work.
All those are good.
This room is cycle-based. I'm trying to get over to that wooden stair platform right here. On cycle to do a spin pound, to get boosted by the wind gust, to make it up here. Eee. Pretty cool strat. I also am dead. Crap.
Oops.
I had a little bit too much momentum there. I got freaked out because I almost fell in the gap there. I can show this off, though.
Yeah, thankfully, because we already got atop a blustery arch, we can just do that long jump boosted by the wind over.
There we go.
It's a much quicker backup than going the whole way around.
There we go. And like I said, story mints are like the free space on bingo cards, so I'm gonna be grabbing a lot of those in this kingdom because there's not very many minutes, like I said.
I just want to point out that someone mentioned, isn't Mario cold in just his boxers?
There's actually a moon after you complete the story where you talk to Shibuya called I'm Not Cold. Because he's worried about that exact thing.
Yeah, Mario is cold. There's a moon for it. Don't you worry.
Speaking of cold. Captain Toad,
So yes, in order to get all of the moons in this game, you have to buy the boxers. There is no escape.
Captain Toad is especially chilly now that I just completely destroyed his blockade.
No, his insulation! Poor guy.
Another one of those camera pivots we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. That area is a nightmare for automatic camera panning. I'm not even sure what they're trying to make you look at.
Oh, I forgot I could have grabbed the arrow. Well, it's fine. They combo well with this one, that's good. I'm getting pretty good luck so far.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, it could come falling apart in any second. And I got
I love these round seal fellas.
Oh,
They're the greatest of all of the citizens of all of the kingdoms.
and I got shining snow, so we'll go over there and grab it.
It's a really cool way to get to that moon. I've never thought of that. Yeah, that's another spot where you can do a one of the moon clips, like chest clip that you saw right at the beginning.
That's one of the 3
something you don't like to see.
Yeah, that's one of the 3 moons I was talking about.
Yeah, that one you have to go back to Lost Kingdom for, and we're not doing that. We're not going back to Lost Kingdom.
A lot of these enemies are not kind to me in this room. I could not see the entire time. Yeah, it requires me to bank my moons and then go all the way there, watch all the cutscenes. Not very fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much the one moon in this kingdom that just kills the slot entirely.
Oh, dropped input. Nice. So I think what happened there, I can explain. I think Cappy hit the chest and that dropped my dive input.
That would make sense, yeah.
I believe that's what happened. Because this video game is fun.
Yeah, this game just does that.
I think a game made in 2017 would have those sorts of issues fixed, but nope, not at all. I'm gonna grab some purples on my way out here just in case. That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Those two work. Yep, okay, we can be done then. We can avoid the outfit room.
That's some very, very solid Talkatoo luck. That's pretty much about as good of an assortment of moons as you can get. Not getting any of the ones that require you to really go out of your way. So we thank the bird.
And I can do a little bit of a fun skip there to get right back to the entrance. Fun jump. Oh, good bonk. Now there's actually a little bit of a faster way to grab this next moon, but it is very advanced and I haven't really messed around with it too much, but you can skip stacking the Goombas here and just clip right into this room where the moon is housed. Here you'll see in a second.
Yeah, you might remember Lake Clip. When we had that nice wall that we could line up ourselves with and then throw Cappy through, and you weren't gonna die if you messed it up. Yeah, here, as far as I understand, you long jump at the wall and hope you go through.
I believe there's a setup now, but even with the setup, it's pretty precise.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
It's called ICC. It's another one of those corner clips where the two corners of the walls just don't quite meet, so you can dive right through the corner there.
Because walls truly are... It's not walls that are a suggestion, it's corners that are a suggestion. But walls are also a suggestion. Everything is a suggestion.
And just because I'm trying to show off fun tech and jumps here, I'm going to grab one bonus main here right at the start. This trick is called Snow Jam. If I line Mario up in just the right way and get enough distance midair, I can do a fancy little vault here over to the island where the painting moon is. Talkatoo will never give you this moon. Right.
Yeah, this is a moon that you are not supposed to access until post-game, but we have decided to flex all over this game.
That was late. That's fine. Yeah, you can make it there. I was a little bit late on my cap bounce there, but that's the one try I wanted to give it. Not the end of the world.
I wish Talkatoo could give you that moon instead of the hint art moon. Everyone who plays this casually would hate it, but I would be happy.
Yeah, you would be able to do a fun jump, but not the end of the world. You'll never get those painting moons until post game.
And then the next kingdom, Seaside, I believe the most consistent, fast way to do this kingdom here is going to be by actually fighting the boss and doing all of the world peace. So you're going to see the cool way that we do that.
Yeah, I'll be able to show off Brigadier Miles to the third definable blade.
Well done.
That is his canonical name in the game.
All true fans remember his name. I would attempt to recite his name, but I'm not sure if I remember it.
Brigadier Maul is going to tell the third definable plane.
Yeah, that one. So yeah, just because this kingdom is so expansive and full of slow moons, such as that seed moon,
My god. Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. That's why it's just most convenient to say, no, we're just gonna beat the boss.
Yeah, there's
Nice
not really
talk to, but-
many moons that are close by each other in this kingdom. There are a handful of moons that are quick, but none of them are really close to each other, so doing the boss is the most consistent method. I believe it is faster to just get talking to moons, but it's way less consistent.
Yeah, like there are 10 moons that are
I thought
in
so.
theory good, but trying to get those 10 moons is like trying to win the lottery. You will see a lot of fun stuff with these Gushins. There are some strats to try and basically, when you get these story moons within a certain radius, they just kind of explode.
Yeah,
but we're trying to avoid that.
I killed the Gushin both times there.
Oops.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that, but that's okay.
What was the one moon that you got that was like actually useful?
Number one, it's in the little crack over here.
Oh, that is a good one.
There we go.
So yeah, two of the moons that we got are seed moons, and normally those aren't too bad. Normally they're relatively close to where the pots that you plant them are in, and we would just grab them. However, in this kingdom, they're underwater, and because the whole kingdom is made of water, there's no fast way to get them back. You basically just have to swim them all the way there, and we're really not into that.
I am going to grab this checkpoint just in case, because I'm not done with my talkative binge yet. I believe... Where is it? It's right here. Okay.
So, can I want to give an update to chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
I know
ahead.
exactly what this is, and it's wonderful.
So, all right. So we're over halfway through this run. Our next run is going to be Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, and we have the bid war for the character names. However, we are currently at 9 out of 12 of the character names, and our runner, Grey Goo Girl, has proposed that if chat does not suggest at least 12 names, she will give slightly cursed character names, like Egda and Tola. So if you don't want cursed names on the characters, please get your donations in. Exclamation mark donate in chat, and make sure you're putting that money towards the incentives, like the character name bid war. Please?
Oh, okay.
You will have to sit with those names for a very long time.
What I just did there was there's a little lip on the side of that mountain there, that hill, that I can drop the Gushin onto to get a little bit of extra height out of them. I guess I'm hitting this. We'll do the boss, and I can go back to talk to you after. So if you want to explain this boss, Evie, go ahead.
I don't entirely remember how this boss works, but pretty much what we're going to... So the first phase, we have to use the Gushin to clear up this lava on him. But what we're going to do for the rest of it is kind of try and stay in front of him and manipulate him in a way so that at the end, for the third hit, he's going to clip through the island instead of going a much further away around the kingdom, so that we can ground pound him much earlier and get this fight done. Honestly, what feels like an eternity earlier.
And the game is fighting me with the camera here because the game wants to keep Maul's on screen at all times. Oh, I missed it. It's fine. So I was having to spam camera center there the entire time. Okay, I got the faster of the two options so there.
Yeah, even though Mollusk didn't clip through the island, it's still the much faster route. Then I swear he goes all the way back to like where like you hit him the first time. It takes a while. So still very, very quick. And now we just gotta grab 2 more Takatu moons.
Yeah,
home free.
after this sermon.
Which, as you can imagine, is very much nicer than swimming both of those seeds back.
Yeah, but there's one seed that's okay in this kingdom. Oh, my bad. There's one seed that's okay in this kingdom, and it was not one of the ones I got. I got the 2 bad ones instead. Or 2, yeah, there's 4 seeds. So I had a 1/4 chance of getting a good seed, and I failed it.
Thanks, bird.
Oh, really?
Really?
I'm second to doing volleyball. Okay, which one is that? Is that...
I don't know.
This is 15, because the other one's Hero of the Court, I believe. No. Can you look this one up for me? Yeah,
I can look that up, yeah. The power of Google!
So this is the risk, this is the risk of doing mollusk before the last 2 minutes. It does spawn in volleyball.
Beach volleyball champ is, it looks like it's the 15 one.
Okay, good. So, yeah.
So if it was the other moon, we'd have to do that 100 times, and this is notoriously difficult.
Yeah, luckily
the bird had an amount of mercy.
Why? Ugh. This bird is being very... This is the meanest he's been. Okay, I gotta get 15.
Is the outfit room.
Yeah, okay. This is the worst seaside's ever gone for me, for anyone curious. I've never had it go this poorly.
I didn't know Seaside could go this poorly.
I'm trying to think of the fastest purples.
Thankfully, we've already got 7 quick moons from the story, so it's really not a big deal. And I think this is the last kingdom that really can be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, this is rough. I think there's 3 up here.
While you're struggling, can I read some donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I can't tell if chat has decided they love the curse names or they hate the curse names. We had a bunch of donations come in for character names. So we had $10 from Austin that says, I claim 0 responsibility for the idea. And they donated for the character name Egda with an A at the end. We have $5 from Kelladorn. They say, thank you, Power Up with Pride and the Trevor Project, donating for my lovely 13-year-old non-binary child. Good luck on the Final Fantasy XIV free enterprise run. And their name was Arby's.
Yes! Good!
Awesome.
Thank you so much. And we also had $20 from Vorby272. It says, let's import a name from 10 games later. It's Graha. So thank you. Thank you so much for those donations, chat. Now we have an actual bid war going for the character names. So keep your donations coming, ! Donate.
Yes, please keep donating.
Chat, I love this. The cursed names can be inevitable. You have the power.
What are the chances I get both dancing moons in the same run? Like, really?
Quite fun.
That's what just happened.
Oh yeah. Now I understood what you meant.
Yeah. Like, really. This has been a little bit of a rough run, but we're making it work. Going to show off why this category can be a little bit rough.
All at the mercy of a single bird.
You're giving chat more time to raise money for a good cause and for character names.
Exactly.
More time to spend money on making sure that Arby's wins.
Exactly.
So this kingdom's kind of fun. There's summons that are nearby. There's some summons, but what we're gonna have to do here first is just kill off Spirit again. We can't get to Dogger unless we do that. So
yeah, Spirit is behind a little bit of story progression here, so we'll have to grab that. And Takatu's in a little bit of an awkward spot in this kingdom, which is unfortunate. But other than that, I think this kingdom is really, really fun in this category.
Yeah, and we're gonna make sure to end with the meat multi-moon as our final 3 moons here, because if we do it any sooner, it's gonna get rid of the checkpoint that's up to Takatu, because you're not supposed to be in that area anymore.
Yeah, remember when in Wooded Kingdom they got rid of some checkpoints by putting rocks on them? Pretty sure the exact same thing happens here. It's just a really, really big rock.
Oh no.
Yeah. And unfortunately for this Spirit fight, even though it's literally the exact same, we only get rewarded with 1 moon instead of 3.
I think this one's actually slightly harder, but I don't remember. I think it's slightly harder if you don't cheat.
It's the exact same, except the arena's a rectangle.
Okay, fair enough.
It is copy paste.
I haven't seen what the normal Spirit for it looks like for 4 years, so I wouldn't know.
SMS style. That's what they were doing. Oh, the crap. Okay, that's not great, but that's okay. Oh my god, okay. Okay, we can start with that one. This is a sub-area main here. Pretty fun sub-area.
It's my favorite sub-area. I love this sub-area.
I'm gonna grab this checkpoint.
And then one...
I just wanted to remind you, going back to boxers as soon as we can.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
Thank you.
right.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even realize Mario was in boxers. That's how...
Yeah, we'll walk back after this.
Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Thank you.
Of course, we donated for this.
You paid good money for those boxers. You will see them.
Yes, this one is for the summit. So I'll be right next to the shop with this warp here, so I can do that right now.
All right, then can I just read a donation while you switch back to the boxes?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have $125 from Coyotic. They put in for the bid war for banana to be a character name. And I believe that their comment is music lyrics. I don't know the song, so to the right, then turn to the left. Gonna party all night like banana time.
I love it.
Thank you so much for the donation and for that great character name suggestion.
That actually combos okay. So I'm
Turns
gonna
out
be
by threatening chat with cursed names, they create their own cursed names. And that's truly something beautiful.
It is.
There we go. So I'm gonna do this cheese storyman here. Those pans with the pan bro are RNG, so you want to try to get as close as you can and minimize spamming a little bit.
And then one of the moons we got was there are 3 golden turnips in this kingdom, and you have to bring those back to that big cooking pot right beside Takatu. And unfortunately, golden turnip recipe 3, which I believe is the one that we got, is the furthest one away. The bird is not kind.
I got 1 and 3 here, so I'm gonna combo both of
Oh, you
those.
got 1 as well?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
But before we do that, real quick, I'm gonna grab this checkpoint up at the top, just so I don't have to do it later, because I'm nearby, and I don't know when I'm gonna be nearby again. Luckily, in this phase of the kingdom, this guy right here is a pan bro and not a fire bro, so I can use this guy to clear the cheese nice and easily. If you grab the meat storyman, I believe that guy turns into a fire bro.
I believe it. I think at some point that happens. I don't know if it's then, but probably.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of a fancy jump here to cross this gap with this turnip and save a little bit of time.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, that is cool. I've never
And
seen that one.
I'm just gonna check this one. Oh, missed it. That's gonna overshoot. Oh no, that's gonna make it. Okay. Throw both of those in there. Get both of these moons.
So you know what? Those actually did work pretty well together.
Yeah, if you're gonna get it one of the turn ups, it's kind of best to combo it with the other one.
Maybe the bird does have just enough mercy.
And that's the outfit room. Great. I don't know, Talkatoo. Is that an ingredient too?
This time I'm going to remind you to change back to the boxers afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see if we have to do it. It's still early, so probably, but we'll see.
We can hope not.
And that's another reason why I grabbed this checkpoint right here. I actually have a clip on my Switch of me getting this moon in a run last night, and I had the wackiest things happen.
Yeah, I like to infamously call this moon the deadliest moon in the game because it's a really small ledge you have to land on, and then getting back from it can be quite difficult.
Okay.
But we're warping away, so it doesn't matter. And those slopes, you fall down those, and it's
Yeah,
really bad.
You can't really.
You can recover though.
Yeah, it's just really hard and specific. What's my other moon?
It's the cracks one over on the far island.
Cracks. That's right. Thank you. Yeah.
Sometimes I remember things.
I can combo that with this one. I can do that. Oh, get out of my way.
Let me know when we can read more donations because they keep coming for more character names.
Go ahead.
Ooh, perfect.
We have $20 from Mechalink says, it's Beardy! And that's a suggestion for the character name, Beardy.
That's it.
Oh, I love all of these. Chat, you're doing great work. Please continue doing it more.
Oh,
I love it.
there you go. Grabbing these fast is not easy if you can't tell. Those are kind of awkward, but there's a big group of them there. I think that's the biggest set of purples in the entire game, actually.
I believe so, yeah.
So definitely want to grab those. Oh, look at that. Barely dodged that. Oh my god. I have no idea how I didn't take a hit there.
Never seen such a close call with a pepper. And I think there's still a couple easy purples around here if we do need to go into the outfit room.
Yeah, there's a handful of purples in town, so I'm just pulling off if I can. Oh, that's good, man. Oh, both of those are good. Look at that. I can show off another one of those spin throw slot strats here.
Does this look familiar to anyone?
Oh, and I missed it. Okay, we can try that again. Oh,
Yeah, this one is harder to do that on just because there's so much more of them.
There we go. Okay.
Excellent. Because I think the direction that you spin throw there matters as well.
I didn't have Cappy back there the first time.
That would do it.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That is one of the runes I was hoping not to get. That is the cheese sub-area, and I need to capture a Pambro to break the cheese before going in there. That's a really slow sub-area.
Yeah, that's...
And on top of that, it's a slower moon in the sub-area.
It's basically... It's pretty much just shake for 30 seconds straight.
And that is what we call Salt Triple.
Yeah, that's a precise little jump to get up to this place, a little quicker than normal. That's how the any % route for this kingdom starts.
Yep.
It's actually a lot more difficult than it looks. There are a lot of ways that can go wrong.
Yeah, and the timing for everything is pretty precise. I believe this is the side moon in this area, because the other one's Magnera Path.
Yeah.
I guess I could combo this with Excavate and Search.
Yep, they're pretty close to each other. My favorite fun fact about this sub area is that I believe when this game was brand new, this was in the any % route for about a week and then never returned. Because it turns out that it's really, really slow.
It's in it now with the top level route at least.
Oh, right, it is in it now.
Yeah, with Spiritless.
Well, it took 4 years for us to figure out how to get it back. Nostalgia.
I saw that coming. I was hoping it wouldn't happen though.
Donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have $12 from Rajasu that says, very tempted to suggest some curse names here, but I'm kicking in a few bucks here to ensure the Massidia twins be named Trans and Rights. Thank you so much.
I love that. That's wonderful. That's perfect.
We also got... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you can see why this room is very slow. There's really no way of speeding this up, and all the pins here are RNG, so just gotta do it.
It is a perfect time for donations.
It is. So, perfectly, I will read some. We have $15 from Kelladorn, says, boosting Arby's. Now I want a Jamocha shake. Thank you so much for that donation. We also have $10 from Leprechaun Gangster, no comment. Thank you so much. And I just want to let you know, we are over the 12 names for the character name selection for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, which means the top 12 will be chosen. Currently, Meta Knight, Gengar, and Duck are at the end of the bid war and are probably going to get kicked off. So if you really want one of those names, make sure to get your donations in.
All of those are really good names. Basically what I'm saying is, you have a reason to donate for all of them. Please do.
And of course, there are the other names that are only a little bit above that, too. So if there's one of those names, like Arby's, that you really want to get chosen, make sure you donate so that it will be chosen for one of the character names.
Please. For Arby's. Also, we get to do this room again, and that's all. That's good. This is a very fast sub-area, so I don't think it's a huge deal to do it twice, and also, it's the best sub-area.
Yeah, that sub-area is fast enough for any %, so it's pretty quick. And then we
Press
get
B
to
twitch the meat.
We get to twitch the meat here and leave, and then we get to go on to the most boring kingdom, Ruin Kingdom, where we fight a dragon, and it is pretty much just an auto-scroller.
Alright, chat, hear me out. This is like a 3-minute long auto-scroller. I need you all to place a lot of donations so that we have things to say during it.
Yeah. Now that next kingdom is a great time for donations because there is really not much tech involved. It has not changed since this game has come out. It is literally an auto stroller, and that is it.
Yeah, Ruined is a lot like a Cloud Kingdom, where there's no Talkatoo involvement. It's just it's just a boss fight for 3 moons. Though we do get to see Cool Dragon.
I mean, the dragon is cool.
I still have no idea why this dragon's in the game. It's been a mystery since release.
Nintendo really needed to market the game with some kind of cool graphical showcase and went, aha, we've got it.
Didn't you know that it's Spyro? He's a purple dragon, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Insert purple dragon name here. It could be any dragon. I believe in this game he's called Lord of the Lightning.
Yeah, it is the Lord of Lightning. But in our hearts, this is Spyro's first appearance in Skylanders Imaginators.
By the
Barney, we can go with Barney as well.
I also wanted to mention, of course, we have this bid war now for the character names that is really going, hardcore at this point. But we also do have other incentives after that FF4 game. So remember, Remorse the List. If we need $250 to unlock the Father Fight for Fatherless %, which I just think is ironic and funny. And then also Pet the Dog. We're at 50 of $100 for 5 pets. And I mean, don't we want to pet the dog, chat?
You must pet the dog. I will be very upset if we do not reach pet the dog.
Well, we are getting at least a couple of pets, but we could get more pets.
We need more pets.
More pets for the dog.
So keep those donations coming, chat. Not just for the names, though those are also awesome, but the other stuff too.
Absolutely. Maximum petting required is the correct statement in this situation. I agree, chat.
And we did get $12 from Manic. Says, look, I'm just saying, Yang, Mr. Clean, maybe? Either way, fantastic cause, very close to my heart. I couldn't not donate. Thank you so much. Of course, Manic suggests Mr. Clean as a name. Now, I do want to mention the characters can only be named 6 characters, so I guess it would be Mr. Clee? But we can maybe figure it out. Keep those suggestions coming, chat.
It'll be Mr. Clean in our hearts, and that's all that truly matters. Also, the dragon's dead now. Not sure if you noticed. Well,
Yeah.
No, he's just sleeping.
yeah, that actually is what happens. He does just kind of fall asleep and lie there, because you can talk to him, I believe, once you return to this kingdom.
He's just very badly concussed, and that's about it. He can't move anymore.
He'll be fine.
No.
In 10 years, when Mario Odyssey 2 comes out, he'll be back throwing lightning circles, whatever the heck they are, at us. And this is the last kingdom where Takatu is involved at all, Bowser's kingdom, except I believe he doesn't show up until after we fight the boss here. So pretty much it's just going to be all of the story moons on the way there. Probably the hardest, most technical boss fight in the game, so that's fun. And then 2 more quick Takatu moons to wrap things up.
Yeah. So we just gotta gun it for the Brutals, the Mecha Brutal here.
Thankfully, unlike Ruined Kingdom, the ways that you get these story moons is really cool.
Yeah, and a lot of the movement in this part of the game is pretty cool as well, if I can nail it all.
We had a donation for $25 from Mr. Cab. That says, I think Takatu told me to donate. I get a moon, right?
Sure. You can have
You know, there are moons where you pay money and get moon. So yes, you do get a moon. I dedicate this
so
infiltrate Bowser's castle to you.
Thank you so much for that donation.
And here, this is probably one of the coolest bits of movement in the game. This is getting all of the shards for this story moon. This has evolved a lot over time, and it's very, very cool. Just a lot of getting Cappy in just the right place at the right time.
Yeah, we'll see if I can nail everything here. Oh, come on now.
Come on, buddy. You can do it. Thank you. Sometimes
Oh,
Cappy
that's a
just does
death.
not want to get that.
I was fairly sure on that jump. That's a death.
Yeah, unfortunately, this kingdom is also pretty unforgiving in basically every part of it. A lot of the sections that we're jumping over are just bottomless pits underneath. Because Bowser put his castle in the sky because he's neat.
Oh. There we
By the way,
go.
there was a question in chat about, so does this run end with, you know, the traditional any percent end, or when you get the last moon from
The traditional 90% ending.
Yeah, this moon will end Or sorry, this run will end launching out of the moon at the end. So you will get to see all of that wonderful final sequence as well. And then this section is another part that I really enjoyed the movement for. Oh wait, hold on, there's boss fights in front of it. Dang it. Why must Topper keep me away from cool Pokio movement? Though this fight does function quite a bit differently than the one that was in Cat Kingdom.
Whoops.
One, there's just a lot more hats around, and they stack up much higher. So we have to do a little bit of a different strat than just spin throwing and diving on his head.
Well, I am gonna die.
I believe in you.
There we go.
And then another very, very, very similar Harriet fight follows this up. Though this one's a little harder to get the that manipulation in order to get the least amount of bounces on. It's not as simple as go to the back of the arena and Harriet is nice to you.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die. Oh. There we go.
I love the cool spin throw roll cancel onto Harriet's head. Very fancy. Though I do believe, as far as I know, that is still the least amount of bounces that you can get in this Bowser's Kingdom fight. So still very well done.
Yep, easy peasy. And then we just gotta make her climb up to the mech, and then we can talk to Talkatu after we kill the mech.
And now we get to the really cool movement to climb up here. This is when we get to play around with the very fun Pokio, the cute birds. And of course, we do want to grab the checkpoints along the way, because Talkatu can give us... There are moons spread out across this entire kingdom, and there's not really a fast way to get to them other than warping, because Talkatu is placed inconveniently right at the very end. Also, that's a really cool jump.
Okay,
I
I'm
just
done.
think they're neat. And now, this is the mech boss fight.
You can explain this if you want, Evie.
So this is probably the single most technical, fast-paced part of the entire run, and I will try and keep up with it. So immediately we're going to backflip and get onto this little thing on the side of the leg, get up here, ground pound the first brutal, and then get onto the back of this brutal. We're going to try and stay on the mech, and from now on we're going to try and stay on the mech the entire boss fight, which you're not supposed to do. And thankfully for this first phase, we have stayed up. Are you going for target acquired?
Yeah, I will be.
Okay, so normally we would ground pound the other brutal on the side and then end up back on to get this one on top. But if we do it the other way around, we can nail a really cool dive and do it much faster.
There we go.
There it is!
Nice.
Easy peasy.
That was pretty much flawless.
Yeah, that's about as good as that boss fight can go. And now we just have to grab this last multi-moon, watch a couple of cutscenes, and then we can warp up to Talkatu and figure out what our last 3 moons are here. This is definitely the easiest kingdom in terms of RNG, because we can roll through moons and we only need to grab 2 of them. So we do have a little bit of leeway.
There's not too many moons here that are particularly bad. So we should be pretty much Should be pretty good with this. And then off to Moon Kingdom.
Which has no RNG. It's just kill Bowser and then escape them in. Textbook.
Yeah, hold on, Cappy. Calm down, we can't chase him quite yet. We have to bird. Well, conveniently, Cappy, or so not Cappy, Talkatu is right beside a checkpoint.
That's a good one.
That is very good.
We'll take those two. I'm not even gonna roll a third.
Yeah, that's a very good set of moons. Right close by. Very fast to get to. That is what you like to see. Also a really great opportunity to steal a bunch of Bowser's money.
Or just leave it because I don't need it anymore.
Exactly.
I want to warp here, I think.
See,
Right?
Bowser?
Yeah.
We're so rich we don't even need to take your money. So what you should do with it instead is vote for the name Arby's.
And Arby's is currently basically like in the middle of the bid war, like on the slightly higher end. So it's comfortable, but it's possible that enough donations could knock it out of the bid war. So, you know, if you have just a couple of bucks, maybe you want to donate, make sure Arby's gets in.
And with that, because I got two really good moons, it kind of negates my death a little bit, and I should barely be able to eke out a sub 2 here.
Excellent.
Which is shocking, because leaving Seaside, I was... leaving Luncheon, rather, I was 2 minutes behind my sub 2 comparison, which I still am, but I have time save at the very end here, so I can barely eke it out.
Yeah, the bird may not have been the most kind, but we have definitely made the absolute best of it. And sometimes the bird was kind. The bird was kind here. Some thankful mercy at the end. Go back into the Odyssey and put on the boxers.
Okay, fine.
Oh, yes. We need boxers on the moon, obviously.
Absolutely. If I remember rightly, Bowser's dialogue during cutscenes that we will be skipping actually acknowledges if you wear the boxer shorts into this final fight.
Is it really?
I think so.
Yeah, it does, but we are going to skip that cutscene, unfortunately.
Of course.
Also, that jump there is probably the biggest example where you can truly see the power of vectoring in this game. Of course, we've been using it through the entire run, and unfortunately, the greatest example that shows off how it works is right at the end. But the low gravity really accentuates just how far you can jump in this game.
And then we're going to do a trick here called Mooncave Skip. So we can skip the whole Mooncave section where you have to go through and then fight Madame Brutal again. Just by doing 2 fancy wall jumps right there.
Yeah, those may look like very simple wall jumps, but you actually have to jump in very specific spots to make it work, because of the way that wall jumps work in this game.
And then we're going to bust down this door and go and interrupt Bowser's wedding.
Was Bowser just having a tug-of-war with the giant ring?
He was.
Okay.
So this is going to look very, very similar to the previously seen Cloud Kingdom fight, but in between every phase, Bowser gets really, really mad and decides to do the least intimidating thing possible. Now, I know this looks intimidating, but you can basically touch this fire and it doesn't damage you.
It's a force scan. As long as you're grounded whenever it goes underneath you, you won't take a hit. Or as long as you're in the air, not grounded, my bad.
He tries so, so hard to be intimidating. And we love him for it. Unfortunately, this isn't as fast as the Cloud Kingdom fight, but a lot of the same strats with the backflipping at the right time to grab the hats does still work.
Yep.
And then after this, we get to see the escape sequence, which is a lot of fun. And I do believe, even though we are coming up to the end of this run, both the incentives for Dark Side and Darker Side have been met, I do believe.
That is correct. We met both Dark Side and Darker Side.
So you're going to see some awesome stuff with pretty much this game's two hardest sections, which also gives you even more time to get donations in for all those incentives, which is perfect.
My bad. Now there is a way to skip this upcoming 2D section here, but it is very precise, and it's in the last minute of the run, and if you fail it, your run's pretty much dead, so I am not going to be going for it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look up a video of it. I don't know how else essentially, as far as I understand, you're jumping off of a bunch of invisible platforms.
Yeah, there's a section of this 2D section that falls down as you traverse it, and you are jumping on the sections of the 2D section that fall down because they have collision.
So we'll just do a neat little jump there.
And then almost into the final room of the game here. And I should be able to get this under 2 hours, just barely, even though I got some of the most horrendous luck I've seen in a very long time.
Of course. The bird knew what was happening.
I want to make sure there's more marathon and more time to raise money for a good cause.
Exactly.
Now this final pillar section is not super easy. I gotta aim with motion control fireballs here to knock down this first pillar before heading on to this one.
Those fireballs are harder to aim than they look.
And then I want to try to get this one down with all fireballs. Go. And then same for this one, except this angle on this one's a little bit tighter. There we go. And that is talking 2%.
This is an absolute blast of a category. Quite literally different every time.
Sometimes you get luck like I did, and sometimes you get really good luck and you can beat it like a half hour faster. But that is talking 2% time. Thank you for having me on. Do you think I have time for a quick bathroom break before we head into incentives here?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I will be really quick. If you want to read donations or talk about incentives.
Yep, definitely. I can do that.
And we get to watch the ending cutscene. While Mario was wearing the boxers.
Oh my gosh, he is.
This is what you paid for, chat.
This is why you wanted the boxers. Is for this cutscene where everyone else is dressed up and he's in his boxers.
He's just got so much style.
So, of course, we are going to go into that dark side and darker side in just a moment. But of course, you can enjoy this cutscene. And, you know, I'll remind you, we have all those incentives open. Not all of them, but we have a lot of incentives open still, including that name bid war for the characters for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, which is going to be after the dark and darker sides here. And right now we have 15 characters in the bid war. And technically, you could still suggest a new character if you want. So it looks like right now, the characters who are winning the bid war are Banana, Anika, Gizmo, Arby's, Beardy, Graha, Rights, Trans, Mr. Clean, and Egda? Oh wait, or I think there is a three-way tie in that last place right now, so we might have to see. So if there are any of those names you really want or you really don't, make sure you get your donations in, !donate. Are we ready to go on to dark and darker side?
Yep, we are. I am ready now. I'm just skipping through a couple cutscenes here before I can load up my file. We will start with Dark Side because that is the cheaper of the two. At 250 minutes to unlock, and then we will head on to Darker Side.
So Dark Side is pretty much a boss rush. We're going to see the hardest variations of all 4 Brutals and the Brutal Mech, all in low gravity because it takes place on the moon. So it's a little harder than it looks.
Yeah, and right after that, I should be able to showcase all the sub areas as well. So we'll get a full Dark Side showcase here. And just for you guys, made sure I would send my boxes on this file and the Darker Side file. So
Excellent.
Well, and I want to say we just got a huge raid from Games Done Quick.
I just saw that.
Welcome, everyone. So I want to just let you know what we're doing here. You are watching Power Up with Pride 2023 here on Twitch. We're running from June 23rd yesterday through June 25th tomorrow, 24 hours a day, and we're benefiting the Trevor Project. To find out more about them, you can find the link to their website in the panels below the stream or use !charity. You can also type !donate in chat to donate, !schedule to see the awesome games we have, and !incentives to see what incentives we currently have. We're actually currently just started showcasing a couple of the incentives we unlocked earlier. This is Dark Side and Darker Side for Super Mario Odyssey that we unlocked with awesome donations. And we've also had a bid war running for the next game coming up is going to be Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, and the characters get to be named. And there's currently a lot of names, in that bid war. So maybe if you have some thoughts, you can get your donations in !donate.
My vote will endlessly be for Arby's. Please donate for Arby's. Please donate for all of the names, actually. But I particularly like Arby's.
And Arby's is doing okay.
To get back to this game, Topper was the same as Bowser's and Cap pretty much. This in low gravity, so I had to do a bunch of captures to make sure Mario didn't get too high up in the air. And this boss is pretty much the same too. Just gotta knock the bomb right back into Harriet here, and then whenever she goes into her UFO phase, knock the bomb right back up into the UFO to make the phase a little bit shorter.
Yeah, while these are boss fights that we've seen before, there's the extra bit of difficulty from having the low gravity. Your jumps go probably at least double the height, so you've got to do a lot of extra cap throws, time them well to make sure that they don't have negative consequences.
Yeah, a lot of these boss fights are definitely made harder by the fact that you jump a lot higher, especially that first topper fight.
That first topper fight can be very tricky.
Getting the bop on the hats whenever he goes inside his hat and roams around the arena is not easy. Now, what is easy is this guy. You just knock off his hat and then do a jump ground pound to time it. And this guy is pretty much unchanged again for the 3rd time.
Poor Spewart. He deserved so much better.
Next boss fight.
At least it looks cool.
Yeah. This next boss fight, Rango, is a little bit changed from the last time. It's definitely one of the harder ones, but just some well-timed jumping cap throws will take care of him, no problem.
Yeah, you might remember that a lot of our strategy for Rango the first time around was bouncing off of his head and that sort of thing, which is also affected by the low gravity. So we've got to change up that strategy a little bit.
Just gonna do jump and dive as soon as he throws his hat here to land right on top of him, and then just like last time, a backflip cap throw, and then this time instead of going through him, I'm just gonna hover above him to bop him right there.
I forgot just how convenient the amount of time you were. The perfect amount of time in the air.
Yeah.
Bonk him on the head. And then, you remember the mech fight. Now you get to see it again. But it was cool the first time, so you want to see it again.
This one is easier to kill a lot of the bubbles without using the captures because of the low gravity. You can get a lot more height, but doing it optionally and doing it fast is definitely I would say harder than it is in Bowser's.
I would say so, yeah, because you get so much extra height. Shoutouts to Captain Toad back here.
Yep. Can't finish this kingdom without talking to him and getting his moon.
That is absolutely not a moon you want to miss on your first time through.
If you miss on your first time through, there's a wire that goes right to him, but yeah.
I forgot about that.
Okay, let's see if I can nail this mech here. This is very new tech that I've added in.
Yeah, this is very similar in concept to the first one around, but all of the movement that you do is just that little bit different. And I think a lot of the difficulty of this just comes from having that muscle memory for how the physics work. Normally, you know, done this fight 100 times. Except now, the physics are really wonky.
As you can see there, I was slightly off on my timing on my spin pound there, probably by a few frames. And I spin pounded between the bubble and the mech instead of right on top of Topper there. I think I was a little bit too fast on the spin pound is what happened.
And there's a way to do
Target acquired,
target acquired the strat on this as well, right?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen this before, so let's see.
Okay, hold on. Ah, I bonked right on it.
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, well, mech is definitely the hardest part of this bunny segment here. Let's not die. That would be bad.
Yeah, let's really not do that. Oh right, there's Hammer Bros here.
Yeah, and this guy decided to walk straight into the Hammer Bros, make my life even just that little bit harder. There we go.
And there we go. That is the dark side.
But not just yet. We're gonna go through and do all the sub areas as well after I grab this multi-moon here.
Oh. I was not aware that was the plan.
Yeah, we're gonna go through and do all the sub areas. I can showcase the fastest way of doing all of them.
So a lot of the sub areas in this kingdom, I believe, are all they're remixed, more challenging versions of normal ones, but not ones that I don't think we've seen any of them in this run so far.
Yeah, we have not. And a lot of them revolve around Yoshi, which, if you've played this game, you know Yoshi is not the easiest capture in this game to control. He is very jank, and using him in an effective, fast manner is very difficult. So, hopefully it's not a problem. And I'll change back into the boxes here.
The game keeps taking them away from us, but we won't stand for it.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Now he's King Boxers.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
Okay, first sub area behind the Odyssey here. For this sub area, I gotta head to the end of this sub area here and grab a key to spawn a build below. And I'm gonna try to jump back up top here to save a couple of seconds rather than taking the intended path below.
Yeah, the intended path below is also much more difficult.
I got a side flip that I didn't want there. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, normally, the normal version of this sub area, you have Cappy for, and you just capture one of these bullet bills and you're home free. We do not have that luxury here in the dark side. We have to do it in a very, very difficult way.
Okay, one more time. There we go.
Excellent.
The first time I got an unloaded side flip, and that pretty much killed me.
So now we basically just have to... Oh.
Yeah. I believe that should break open the path on the bottom there. I believe I did that right.
The bonsai bill should have got it.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow. Awesome. Got all of them.
Yep.
That's not something you see every day.
And then this next sub area is one of the annoying Yoshi ones I was talking about. This is arguably the hardest sub area in the game to do fast, I'd say. So we'll see if I can nail it.
Yeah, moving around with Yoshi in this game, the fastest way to do it is to constantly be sticking Yoshi's tongue out, and then I believe shaking sticks it to the ground and kind of boosts him forwards. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially when there's not much ground and there's a lot of lava.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on, Yoshi. Okay.
I have never seen that capture quite behave that way.
You feel like right on the edge of like the edge pixels sometimes you can save Yoshi, but I wasn't able to do it there.
Ah, I see.
And then that's fine because he's right here.
So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way that these work is there's enough sets of fruit for both moons, and that's how you get them all in these sub areas.
Yeah.
So we've got remixed sub areas with fruit all over them, and then the remixed sub areas where you have to do them without your cap. Both of them are not easy at all. In fact, one could definitely say that these are probably in a lot of ways harder than the actual boss rush.
Yeah, definitely for sure. The boss rush is 100% the easy part of the kingdom. These sub areas are the hard part. And then in classic Mario style, we kill off Yoshi there.
Sorry, buddy. It's fast.
And then this next one, guess what? He's back.
Yay! Please forgive us, Yoshi.
And then we gotta grab these 3 fruit back here. This one, if you just wrap the fruit nicely, it kind of just lines up. That's all this one comes down to.
If I remember rightly, there's an interesting glitch in this sub area where doing some very interesting jumps with Yoshi, you can actually end up in Metro Kingdom, I believe.
Yeah. There's a loading zone for the Metro sub area in this room.
Yeah, because this kingdom, of course, by its aesthetics, you can tell that it did originally come from Metro Kingdom. It's pretty obvious that they did just copy-paste it and put invisible walls in front of where those loading zones would have been. So you can end up in places you're really not supposed to be. I think there's some interesting stuff that you can do with that, but I don't remember exactly.
It's just a right warp. All it does is take you to Metro. This one's kind of interesting. The ground here is invisible, and I'm going to be using some fancy jumps to make a fast cycle over here. Narrowly dodging all the poison.
We don't need to see the ground.
And then I'm going to be pivoting the camera. That's fine. And then we got to kill these big planets here at the end. Nice.
That was very, very nice.
Yeah. And then 2 more sub areas. The next one, I always say I think it's easier than the Metro version or the normal version of the room. Because
is that the scooter one?
Yeah.
You know what? I see where you're coming from.
I just really do not like controlling the scooter in this game. I think it's very awkward, and I would much rather just roll with Mario.
So yeah, normally this sub area you have that little moped scooter that we were using when we were running away from the T-Rex. This time around, we just have to roll our way there, so the timing is a little tighter.
This one's nice and easy. It's just a straight path. This one you got to do some triple jumps.
Those P switches, if you time a roll boost really well, you can go straight over the top and probably fall off the edge.
At Tippy.
Yes, exactly.
Tippy infamously killed a 100% world record too, rolling over one of the P switches right after Philly told her not to do so. Okay, one more sub area left, and it is the Yoshi Rising Lava one. This one, I believe, is quite infamous, but I don't think it's that bad. We'll see if I can nail it here.
Why do we keep putting Yoshi in the way of lava? Doesn't seem very nice.
One more, right here. 2 troll fruit right at the start here. Don't want to forget those.
Yeah, those are really not fun.
There we go. I thought that was going to work. Probably going to end up taking a couple hits here.
Yeah, it's very hard to avoid the hits here, but thankfully, once we get to the halfway point and get the moon, it's a free heal.
Yeah. Okay, let's not die. That was really close. That was...
Yeah, this one's definitely stressful. I 100% think that this one is that bad.
I think I just don't think it's that bad because I used to run damages, so this is probably my most practiced sub.
You beat this game without taking damage. I'm not sure how much is still scary to you.
Okay, good save. Oh.
Nice.
That was really scary. And just like that, that is all of Dark Side. And we can head on to Darker now.
Well, as we're going to Darker Side, can I just quick read a couple donations?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have $10 from Austin, $25 from MXWL, $15 from Professor NES, all with no comment, but I believe all going towards that name bid war for the Final Fantasy IV free enterprise characters. Keep your donations coming. The bid war isn't closed yet, so you can still make that change and decide what names get chosen for those characters.
Okay, this is Darker Side. I personally think this might be a little bit easier than Dark Side, even though it's unlocked at a higher moon count and it's supposed to be the final challenge of the game. But we'll go through and showcase it right here, showcase the fastest way to beat it. So first starting out here, you just want to use this frog to get all the way up to the top of this cliff here to get into the pipe. This part's pretty easy. There's like no way to mess this up.
And pretty much after this just kind of becomes one really long sub area, and just like all of the other difficult final levels in Mario, if you die, you are going all the way back to the start to try again.
And I'm going to be going for a lot of fast stuff, so hopefully it doesn't kill me off. Just like that. Okay, this in the pole. No big deal.
It's fine.
And then we're going to do another section skip right here, using a well-timed cap bounce to just skip over all the poles. And a lot of what we're going to be doing here is just skipping like half of the sections just by having really good movement. Gotta wait for this lava bubble. This is one of the hardest sections, I think.
Yeah, this one's very difficult, having to time these jumps with all of these rolling things.
I'm gonna wait, take my time here.
That one's very difficult to not take damage during.
Yeah, I have a health coming up here though.
Yep. So no worries.
And then I can use the upper to do this and skip this. And then, oh, didn't get it, but I can use some quick upward movement to skip some of the sections here. And then this is the health I was talking about right here.
Yeah, try as they might, even in this hard section that's supposed to be very linear, we don't have to listen to their rules.
Yeah, you can use some fancy uproot growth there and a well-timed wall jump and dive to skip over the water section there.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, the uproots they extend a little bit more when you use the motion controls, and that's how you can pull off that stuff.
And this part, you just gotta kind of wait, not adjust the camera, and if you wait, you'll just get through that, no problem. And then we'll leave Yoshi in safety this time. And there is a way to skip this flower road, but it is very hard and very not consistent, so I'll just be taking it.
Yeah, you can imagine that when the stakes are go and do it all again, we'll want to take things a little safer. Especially in a segment like this where, yeah, there's not really much ground under there.
And then we could use one of those dram scratch, I would say. This isn't like a dram track exactly, but it's pretty similar.
It does function similarly, yeah.
To just throw Cappy off to the side here if I can, and then do a backflip and home Cappy in to skip over this section just by riding this elevator up.
That is a much easier way of doing that than I normally see. That's a much more clever way of doing it.
I actually had to relearn that today. I couldn't quite remember how to do that.
And then this is probably the single biggest skip of all of Darker Side. So you see there, we got a ton of height off of that. If you use your motion controls just right, shake a bunch when you're inside of one of those, you can get tons of height and skip a huge portion of the Darker Side.
And I gotta make sure I stay all the way to the side here, because there are uncaptured triggers that will kill me if I bring Glidon too close to the mainland there.
Yeah, they really didn't want you to do this.
And this entire time I am shaking the controller to maintain my height.
So it's more than a little exhausting.
Yeah.
So you can see that Bowser painting there. That's another Bowser section that we've skipped. There's a whole section inside of a pipe that we've skipped. Probably like a solid at least third of the Darker Side. All thanks to our friend Glidon.
And for the fans, I will be doing you skip.
Good. It's the only way.
There you go, you skip.
Imagine what happens if you screw that up.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Yeah. But it's faster.
And one final section with this frog here. If I could make it up the ledge. There we go. One final climb.
Does this building look familiar? Because it should.
It's the skyscraper from Metro, correct?
Yeah. Except it's really, really tall.
And gray.
Well, yeah, that too.
And then we could use some of these fast cap bounces like I did in Deep Woods earlier to just quickly climb this pole. But don't miss time your dives, because you can dive under the moon here and miss it and lose time. But just like that, that's Darker Side. Nice and quick. Thank you so much for having me on. I had a blast.
GG. Thank you so much for that run. Any last minute quick shout outs?
I guess I can shout out what I do. I am currently trying to learn something that's going on today, actually, the Super Mario 602, which is Mario 64, Mario SMS, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, back-to-back, for 24-hour speedrun. I'm trying to learn all those games to compete in it next summer. It is probably the biggest Mario race that happens biannually. So that's currently what I'm doing over on my channel. I'm also throwing in a little bit of Odyssey as well, so if any of that interests you, head over to my channel, twitch.tv/cheesejayy, 2 Ys. You can tell everyone what you do, Evie.
Play video games.
There you go. Send tweet.
And I also heavily encourage you to, I think there's still time to donate for Arby's. It's probably safe. I don't know if Meta Knight's safe. And if Meta Knight's not safe, I encourage you to vote for Meta Knight until it is safe.
Arby's is probably safe. Meta Knight is not. But I will remind you that there's a 6-character limit, so we'll have to figure out how to fit it.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Forgot about that bit.
But yes, there is still some time. Get your donations in for that. Thank you again so much for this, not only the run itself for Taka 2%, but the dark side and the darker side.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for having us on.
Yep, and everyone stick around. Go ahead, maybe get some liquid, stretch, but stay around. We have lots more gaming, lots more marathon left.
I believe we're
All right, everyone. We have one more donation here. $20 from Arborelia163 says, "Go, Giles," or Giles, go. Thank you so much for that donation. That was towards the name Giles for that Final Fantasy IV free enterprise name bid war that will be closing, I believe, shortly, but not quite yet. So you still have time to get those donations in. However, my time with you on the mic, at least for today, is done. I have been Trainer Anade. Thank you so much for being here with me. But like I said, we still have lots more marathon, and I'm going to be passing you off to the awesome Dr. No on the host mic. So definitely stick around.